Hello and welcome to our channel. If you're new here, we're Dave and Jen. When we go on adventures, we like to take you with us. Today, we're taking our campervan to Sandbanks, an affluent area of Poole in Dorset known for its high property prices. In 2005, Sandbanks was reported to have the fourth highest land value area in the world. Right. We are on our way to hopefully Sandbanks, if there's a room down there. Yeah, so I don't know if anyone knows anything about Sandbanks, but it's a posh area of Poole. It's lots of millionaires live down there. Didn't they say it's one of the most expensive parts of the world to live in, or something like that?
Like properties per square foot or square meter or something is like one of the most, it's certainly one of the most expensive places in the UK.
Yeah, but it's right on Poole Harbour, and with nice views of Brownsea Island and that, and it's quite a nice place just to park up the van and chill out and have a little walk. So that's where we're going today. Hopefully there'll be spaces. If not, we do have a plan B. But we're also gonna have a little chat and tell you about our plans for the cruise that we're going on. Remember, I don't know if you remember, a few videos back we talked about the fact we're booked to go on a cruise, which is like the first cruise we've been on since 2019, since before we bought Basil, the van. Oh, look at the tides out. Yeah. Big time.
Big time.
Big time. There's Brownsea Island over there. Just over there. And this, as we come around here, is Sandbanks. All those.
Basically, because it's a massive sandbank.
Yeah, it's a massive sandbank which they've built ridiculously huge houses on.
Some of the ones around the bottom are like,
oh yeah,
silly money.
We'll have to kind of have a little mooch. Harry Redknapp lives. He's got a massive house down here. If you're in the UK and you know your football, you'll know who Harry Redknapp is.
This hotel here on the left.
Oh yes, the Sandbanks Hotel. This is where Jen and I got married.
Sorry.
Yeah, we got married in there. I might see if I can insert some photographs. And a lovely day it was too. Very sunny, wasn't it? It's September, and it's a real nice sunny day, warm sunny day. It's beautiful. Oh, there's some spaces there. Oh, there's loads of spaces actually.
So go down and come back round.
Yeah, so there's a little mini roundabout down the bottom here, which will.
Yeah, so if you go this way, which we're going to get to the roundabout and you go straight on, that takes you to the Sandbanks ferry.
Yes.
The Sandbanks ferry takes you over to Studland and over to like the Purbeck.
Yeah. And it's a good way to get to Corfe Castle and places like that. So all these apartments here, they've got the Poole Harbour view this side, and then they've got the sea view the other side. And there's some classic old sort of Art Deco type flats, and there's some apartments, flats. Yeah.
Maybe people will come up to our window and
check out this living beast up here on the right.
Oh yeah, he's even got the bits out.
Yeah. Wow.
Fair play. He's making himself at home, isn't he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus.
Lots of motorhomes parked up along.
Yeah.
I think the car parks have barriers. Oh no, they don't actually. They've got up and over barriers, but not. Yeah, so there's a Rick Stein's restaurant just over here.
Yeah, Rick Stein's got.
Spin around this roundabout.
Yeah, he's got his restaurant up here, Rick Stein. He's obviously got one in Cornwall as well. Yeah, Rick Stein. See it.
But actually, if you want a fish restaurant and you're in the area, the better one to go to is the Rockfish on Poole Quay, which is owned by my brother.
Yes.
Or if you're in South Devon somewhere, they've got about 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah.
He owns them.
Yeah, Rockfish, and they also sell some stuff in what are these two doing? They also sell some sort of cookery books and stuff like that in delicatessens around the country. And tea towels randomly.
In Dunelm.
So how far are we going to go down, do you reckon?
Well, there was some spaces.
There's loads down here, wasn't it? Yeah.
Ice cream van.
Cool, let's get the van parked up.
Okay.
We're all parked up. A few people paddle boarding over there in the distance.
Yeah.
You often get a lot of kite surfers as well, depending on how windy it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Right. Let's get
Should we have a spot of lunch?
spot lunch, I think. Yeah. So Jane has very cleverly cooked some nice hog roast pork sausages and then managed to wrap them up in a very convincing. Actually, these look quite nice, to be fair.
They are nice. Oh, look at these, they're all broken.
Ah.
We like the rice crackers.
These rice crackers are amazing, really nice. I like they do cheese and chives ones, which are really nice, but these are really nice as well. These are kind of the plain ones.
We need it.
Sorry about the crunching.
Oh, forget it.
This is one of those places that we sometimes come to and just sit and watch the world go by and watch people walking past, like these two eating their ice creams. Look. And we'll probably go for a little walk in a minute as well, and
So
give you a guided
the
tour of the
harbour.
millionaires live.
That side's the harbour, and that over there is Brownsea Island.
Yeah.
But the other side of these houses, this side, is beach.
Yeah, I mentioned that as we were driving down.
Did you? Sorry.
That's right. And this, Poole Harbour, is the largest natural harbour in Europe, and the second largest natural harbour in the world.
Where's the other one?
Sydney is the largest natural harbour in the world,
And if you,
not man-made.
if you do come here and you're National Trust members, Brownsea Island's really nice.
It is, yeah.
It's in fact we've got a video of it somewhere, I think, on our channel, haven't we? Have we not?
No.
I thought we did. Oh well.
No.
Yeah, so if you're National Trust members, you can either get the boat from Poole Harbour, Poole Quay, sorry, or
Yeah.
you can get the boat down by the Sandbanks ferry. We found the Sandbanks ferry one easy. We park in the car park. It's about a 10-minute walk.
Yeah.
You get to the.
So Poole is right over there, like the main
Yeah.
part of Poole. So Poole Harbour's right over on the other side of that. I don't know if you can see in the distance, maybe not. But you can get one from here as well. But yeah, it's really cool. So just going to have some lunch. Have a cup of coffee in as well. Nice.
And some chocolate.
Ooh.
Or biscuits. Or both.
Both. I like the sound of both. And then we're going to go for a walk. It was sunny this morning, but it's got a little bit overcast now, isn't it?
Parking promotion, are we?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we've got to pay for our parking. A lot of seagulls there.
Yeah, you've got to be careful with your chips.
Yeah.
I'm going to steal them out your hand.
So there's quite a few different types of seagulls. Some little big ones and some little small ones as well. That little dog scared. That sausage dog scared him away.
Mini egg.
Nice. Coffees are made. We've got some little mini eggs from Easter left over. And yeah. Some guy coming in, been windsurfing. So, I guess we should talk a little bit about our next upcoming adventure.
Where do you want to start?
Wow. So, up until we got Basil, our van, we we'd been on quite a few different type of holidays, haven't we? And we really got into going on cruises. But basically, when my nan died, she left a little bit of money, and I decided to spend it on going on a cruise. Well, actually, I booked 2 cruises in 1 year. This is in 2013. And the first cruise we went to was to Norway, and that's where I proposed. It's the Norwegian fjords, and I proposed to Jen. And so we got engaged.
We went on a Royal Caribbean ship called Independence of the Seas.
Yeah.
And since that point, we've done probably... Sorry, get you my chocolate. Lost count how many we've done, really. But...
Yeah, quite a few. And then Royal Caribbean being the company, people might not know, but Royal Caribbean is a cruise line company. But anyway, yeah, so fast forward to 2019, we already had decided, this was even before COVID was the thing, we'd already decided that we were going to put a pause on cruising, and we were going to buy a tent, or we did buy a tent at the time, to do some camping holidays in UK, to explore a bit of our own backyard. As nice as it is visiting lots of different countries and cultures and that, sometimes you just want to explore your own country. And then COVID happened, which kind of forced our hand, really, and that's when we bought Basil, which is the best thing we've done. We absolutely love Basil, and we'll never stop having campervan holidays in Basil, so there'll always be campervan. So Jen's just looking because the parking person's just gone.
Paid for the parking.
Oh dear, someone's getting into trouble. Whoops. Anyway, yeah, so we'll always be doing campervan holidays, so there'll always be videos of us in Basil, so don't worry about that. But we will be doing other holidays as well. This is the Eels Adventures, after all. Said it before.
And our very first video was a cruise holiday, isn't it?
No, that was on your channel. That we didn't.
No, we have, haven't we?
Oh, actually, yeah, no, we have actually got a cruise.
You're
right. But that was our last cruise we did. Was the
Greek one's on there as well.
No. Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is. Sorry.
No.
I've forgotten that.
If you go to our channel and scroll all the way back to the very beginning, you'll see the first 2 videos. The first one is when we went on Jewel of the Seas, which is another Royal Caribbean ship, which is a bit smaller.
Yeah.
And we went around the Greek islands, and that was amazing.
That was amazing.
And
that was in 2018.
2018, and then in 2019, we went on a sister ship, which means it's the same ship essentially, but a different name, and a few little different things. And that was called Brilliance of the Seas. Yeah. And that was around Iberia and the Iberian coast and stuff.
Yeah.
So Spain and Portugal. No, yeah, Spain,
Portugal.
Spain and Portugal, essentially.
Yeah. So I'm just doing this because I'm trying to open up a...
Is that still on me, or is it just on my chest? Can you see? I can't remember whether it's got a screen, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's. Yeah. Hang on a minute. I'm just opening up a...
He's having an egg.
So
anyway, we went on those 2 cruises.
Yeah.
And...
There you go.
If we need to, we can edit some of this out.
That's right.
We don't need to. So basically, at the end of 2019, Royal Caribbean have a loyalty points system thing that you get a point for every night, and then when you get to... We're currently what's called Emerald, which we've got like 80 points or something. But when you get to Diamond, no, we're on 60 something, and when you get to 80, that's when you get to Diamond. And when you get to Diamond, you're like higher level within their loyalty scheme, so you get loads more perks, including free drinks. Like 4 free drinks per person per day, which doesn't sound like a lot, but actually when a cocktail, for instance, costs about $14.
Yeah. It does make things a little bit easier.
So,
and also in regards to points, you do get double points if you stay in what they call a suite.
A junior suite.
And above.
Oh yeah, junior suite and above. So, when we decided, basically about 18 months ago, to do another cruise, we chose to do it because it was my 50th birthday this year. So that was back in March. It's now May. And we booked the cruise as soon as it became available. Literally on the first day it was available, of an 8-night cruise in a junior suite, possibly with the thought of doing another 3-night before it, tagging it on, which is exactly what we've done. So basically we've booked 2 cruises, but it's called a back-to-back. So we're doing a 3-night cruise which goes from Southampton to Belgium to Bruges,
and then back
to Southampton. Now we're only a half an hour drive away from Southampton essentially.
So we'll be staying on the ship where everyone's getting off. We'll be staying on and then doing the cruise after, which is...
So it's an 8-night Northern Europe cities. So we're going from Southampton to Oslo. Okay, I'll open it for you. Okay, so we're going to Oslo. Well, we've got a day at sea, then we go to Oslo, then we go to Copenhagen in Denmark. We've been to Norway before, but we've not been to Oslo. And the nice thing about Oslo is that my mum, who sadly passed away in March this year as well, just before my birthday actually, her parents, or her dad, was Norwegian, so her maiden name is Olsen. And she comes from, my kind of family heritage comes from Oslo, so we're going to kind of, it's going to be quite poignant.
Yeah.
It'll be quite nice.
We're going to go to Oslo Cathedral and light a candle for your mum, aren't we?
Yeah, and all of that sort of good stuff. Then we go to Denmark, and we've not been to Copenhagen, either of us either. Then we have a day at sea. Then we go to Hamburg. I've never been to Germany, so that'll be nice. And what's the last stop? Oh, Rotterdam in Netherlands,
which we have
been to before on a cruise, and the cruise comes right in. So the point I was saying about the point system is that we've booked a junior suite, and we're actually going on Independence of the Seas, which was the first ship that we went on, and the one where Dave proposed. And originally we booked a junior suite
to get the double points.
Yeah, to get the double points so that we would be diamond. And for some reason, I don't know why we didn't, but we booked a room which is almost identical to where Dave proposed, because he proposed on the balcony in Norway. But we didn't get the exact same room, but we're very close to it. And then just before Christmas, I had an email from Royal Caribbean just saying that the cruise had, something ridiculous had been changed about the cruise. So I happened to have a look and see what it was costing now, given that we booked it over a year in advance. And the same room that we booked was £800 cheaper than what we paid for it for the 3 nights. So thinking that it was 3-night and an 8-night cruise, which I was mightily unhappy about. So I contacted our travel agent, and they said, well, there's not much you can do because you already agreed at that price. However, you could look at what other rooms are available, etc. So I went back and had a look and found that the suites, which are the next step up, but not the next step up, the next step up but one. So it goes junior suite, grand suite, and then an owner's suite. If we book the owner's suite for the same 3 nights, it would be £350 cheaper than what we originally paid for the junior suite. So that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
So essentially we've got 3 nights in a ridiculous suite.
It's absolutely ridiculous. We'd never be able to do it again, but it's kind of like that's just how it seemed to actually work out cheaper this time. So we're going to be living like Lords and Lady Mark on the first 3 nights. Basically get access to the suite concierge lounge, where you get there's like a happy hour, from 5 to 8 o'clock each night. There's free drinks in there and food, and it's going to be pretty amazing. But the itinerary is going to be quite cool, going to these different places and taking you guys with us, obviously.
A lot of the places you could go to, in fact all of the places you could go to in a camper van.
Yeah.
So if you're used to watching our camper van holidays and you like the way that we film stuff, then other than being on a cruise ship and not in the van, essentially it's very similar to a part of the video will be about the places we visit. So if you want to see what any of these places are like to possibly go in your van, obviously we won't be able to give you tips about campsites and stuff, but travel and to see what's in the city, that will all be very similar. The other thing we thought we might do afterwards is do a kind of comparison video of the pros and cons of cruise life versus van life, possibly.
Because our plan is to basically balance the two. We enjoy both. We enjoy being in our camper van. We do enjoy other styles of holidays. Mainly, well, cruising has been great. It does seem quite expensive on at face value, but when you actually dig in and think, well, you're getting a really nice hotel room. The ship has got. It does like Broadway, West End style shows in a massive theatre. They've got an ice rink, which they do ice shows with like ex Olympic shows skaters from all around the world do these amazing shows, and then you can go on there yourselves. You've got 2 swimming pools, hot tubs, actually more than 2 swimming pools.
I don't think it's that expensive in comparison to.
And all the food as well.
So you were doing a 2-week all-inclusive type holiday on a resort. Other than your drinks, it compares. It's quite similar in the price, I think.
Yeah.
Like, if you have to fly somewhere, then obviously you've got to pay for the flights, and that's all included. Like, say you were going, I don't know, to the Caribbean on a holiday, not on a cruise, but on a holiday, show somewhere like Jamaica, for instance. I would think you would pay similar money to get the level of luxury that you get on a cruise ship. And for us, it's a really nice place. We've seen so many nice places across Europe that we would probably never have had the chance to visit.
Yeah.
Like this holiday, we're going to what, 4 different, 5 different countries, and as soon as we get on the ship, our holiday will begin. So like the great thing about it, it's a bit like your camper van stuff. So you kind of, you go to a place, you visit it, and then you get back to your van, and you kind of got all your creature comforts. And like for us, it's sort of on a par with that. It's just a little bit more luxurious. And there's food and stuff. And like for me, when we're in the van, when we cook, I usually do the cooking, which I don't mind doing, but it's nice sometimes to think about being on a holiday where I don't have to think about what we're going to eat and doing the washing up and cleaning up and all of that sort of stuff afterwards. I don't mind doing it when we're in the van at all. In fact, that's all part of the fun. But this is a different type of holiday, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So we're very much looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it now because it's getting really close. Right, so I think we should think about perhaps stepping outside and showing everyone Sandbanks, and we can look at how the other half live.
Why don't we walk round that way and round the loop?
Yeah.
Like, have a nose at some of the houses.
Yes, exactly.
Rather than going towards the beach.
No, that's exactly what I want to do. Be a nosy Parker and look at all the posh houses.
Right.
That's the only reason why paupers like us come to Sandbanks, isn't it? Kite surfer up there. It's just a cool place just to come down. Views which millionaires have just by parking your camper van.
2,600 per week. Bargain.
Is that all?
That one's £5,000 a week.
Yeah. This one's
like holiday lets, aren't they?
yeah, £3,626 a week.
You can get the old post office for £800 a week. Lilliput. Gone back to a certain day.
Pristine's place. Oh, here he goes. I think these are going to be more indicative of house prices. Oh yeah.
15 mil.
15 million. Yeah. That looks like a cool house.
One's bought that one. Oh, it's sort of flat. See, some of these flats are quite old.
Yeah.
In comparison to others, like just normal blocks of flats, really. But I'm sure they're still really expensive in comparison.
Oh yeah, it's because of the location. But look at that, you can see right through the sea on the other side.
Yeah.
Sea views.
I did a bit of work for somebody in one of the houses a few years ago, probably about 10 years ago, so I had the opportunity to go in and have a look at one of them.
Yeah.
And it was, should have pointed it out really, but it was like you go in and there's a lift as soon as you go in the door that takes you up to this massive open plan room that looked out over the sea, but it even had a garden.
Wow.
So the garden was kind of like a sand dune, but like still with a fence around it, and then it's right on the beach.
Amazing.
Yeah. It does say, or I have heard somewhere, that if in a certain amount of time this part of the thing will be underwater.
Well, yeah. I mean, it'd be in danger of it, wouldn't it, if this, climate change continues the path it seems to be going down.
Essentially, so your £15 million house, sorry, not dollar, £15 million house isn't going to mean anything when it's underwater.
Yeah, if it's underwater, then not good. So down here, we keep on walking down here. To the left is the chain ferry. It takes you across to Studland and Isle of Purbeck, yeah.
We should probably stay there one day in the van, really.
We should, shouldn't we? That's proper
nice. Like
Art Deco-y.
kind of style.
Yeah.
It looks quite modern though.
Yeah.
That's like more like a typical Sandbanks house with those kind of blue, like shiny roof tiles.
Mm. Oh. It's a bit fresh today, so it's
fresh.
What's the date today? It's the 5th of May. Bank holiday Monday, and we've just come off the back of like a couple of weeks of really nice weather, and today's a little bit chilly and overcast.
If this was a bank holiday Monday and it was glorious weather, what you'd have is this.
Oh, it'd be queues.
Would be queues for the ferry. For
yeah.
To get over on the ferry. The ferry takes what? I don't know,
house.
60 cars maybe?
Yeah,
Less?
something like that.
50, 60
in the
cars.
summer holidays, like this is just horrendous, like just full of cars queuing up for the ferry. Yeah, very busy. Perhaps may have come down this way yourselves. Put in the comments below if you've been down here to Sandbanks and taken that little chain ferry across to Studland.
There's the nudist beach in Studland as well. So
oh yeah.
if you say you've been to Studland, we know what you're
Yeah. Put in the comments below whether you've...
There's a Haven Hotel here, which is part of the same group that our wedding hotel was from. And we did my hen do here in the spa, which is quite nice. It's got like an outdoor pool at the back that looks out over the harbour.
Nice views.
Yeah. Very nice. The hotel.
Played a gig here once, wedding gig.
Is that where you saw Harry Potter?
No, that was I did another gig. That was at Harbour Heights Hotel. Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe gate crashed the wedding.
So just round the corner here is where the ferry goes from.
Yeah, down there.
It looks like the thing for the ground is open.
Should we have a little
Yeah, let's go and have a little look.
wander down there? So this is where you take the chain ferry across to Studlands and Corfe Castle and all that, and also you can get the ferry to Brownsea Island here as well, separately.
But it looks like it might be done.
It's not open at the moment, yeah, maybe. I'm surprised it's not busier than this actually, even though the weather isn't the best.
Unless it was busier earlier.
Yeah, probably actually over the literally the weekend, like Saturday and Sunday, might have been busier.
It was nicer weather actually.
Yeah.
Like the old school.
Get all your.
Still got the old school sign up. Like, that across the top is like
The Haven Ferry shop. Yeah.
If we were down here on holiday, I'd be going in there and getting a fridge magnet.
Of course, yeah. Oh, and there it is.
Yeah, just left.
Yeah, there's a double-decker bus on there. So it's like
half empty as well.
part of the bus route. I think it's a 150.
We were like, oh, we might not go across there because it would be busy.
Mm.
And actually it wasn't. Yeah, that's not open there, look.
Yeah, so there, that's where you can see, it says National Trust Brownsea Islands. That's where you get the little ferry. Maybe Brownsea Island isn't open yet. Surprised.
At the end of March.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Not going from there at the moment.
Sun's coming out. There's a bit of a hole here. I think that's why this is here. There's that little yellow ferry there. That's the Brownsea Island one.
I think they sometimes go from Bournemouth Pier as
Bournemouth
well.
Pier as well, yeah.
But when you look at Brownsea, you can see. Oh, we can't see it now. Yeah, look. So when you arrive on Brownsea, that's the building that you kind of come. There's like a cafe and stuff.
Yeah.
All of these houses along here are the really posh ones. That's where Harry Redknapp
lives along there somewhere.
Yeah.
Now, see that castle there?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't the island owned by?
Well, the island's National Trust, but that is actually a hotel, but it's owned by John Lewis.
That's it.
And John Lewis employees, I think, can go and stay there, but it's not open to the public.
Yeah.
But the little building next to it is like where all the cafe and the landing launch and stuff is. But Brownsea's lovely.
It'd be really cool staying there, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah. If you go around that far side, you can kind of walk over there. Obviously, the other thing that's on there is camping.
Well, Baden Powell started the very first scout camp was done on Brownsea Island.
Yeah.
So it's a mecca for Cub Scouts worldwide come here, to kind of see it.
But you can camp overnight, but not in a van. Obviously.
No. You can take a tent over. Yeah.
Doesn't look like this is open as a launch because you can't get round that way.
Yeah, maybe they're doing something on it. Well, yeah, that is probably a bit of a health and safety thing, isn't it? Right, let's have a look at some posh houses.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, we're getting into prime real estate territory now. Mine, it's all prime real estate territory down here, but even more so henceforth.
I mean, it's nice because it's next to the beach. Like these houses on this side are basically, they don't face the beach, they don't face the harbour. They're basically in the middle of a massive loop of road.
Yeah.
It's like a couple of minutes to the beach, but
yeah.
These ones, however,
yeah,
it's a bit like
gated mansions.
Yeah. Like going into the Hollywood Hills and pointing out where famous people live.
Yeah, it is a bit like that. I think that could be Harry Redknapp's.
Yeah,
I think that
it's
might
one
be.
of these ones along here.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. The higher the gate and the more security cameras, you know that the bigger the house and the famous the occupants are.
Like these ones are little, quite unassuming houses, really.
Yeah.
As you say, all that.
And I bet that would be a couple of million.
Yeah. And it's not a massive house.
It's just because of the location. gated mansion.
I don't think we've ever walked around this way before.
No, we've driven around it.
Obviously when you get off the ferry you have to come back.
Yeah. I mean, that would be the downside of, say, if you're living like here on this side. It's just that you're going to have constant lots of traffic in the summer.
Yeah.
Lots of traffic of holiday makers coming off the ferry. Massive new house being built there. Yeah, very nice. Some nice houses down there.
They're like,
Yeah.
like 1960s or 70s.
Mm. I can see right through them.
Especially if it's like something that you find on a housing estate.
Yeah.
That is plonked on Sandbanks.
Yeah, and that'll be like, you know, there you go, a few million. I found this little pathway down to the other side, which is the harbour. Oh, you can smell the sea air, like that seaweedy smell. Private property. Look at so all these people here, look at the views they've got. It's not bad, is it? Should we head back? Oh yeah, a bar and restaurant down there. Lazy Jack's.
My clients have said they do a nice roast dinner.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, back round again. Back into the wind, the breeze.
Yeah.
And Rick Stein's restaurant on the left. Yeah. Oh, back to the van. Oh, that's better. Out of the wind. Jesus.
Difficult to tell.
What's that?
I was just seeing if he's still leaking.
Oh, okay.
Basil's going in the garage on Wednesday this week.
Oh yeah, we've had a little bit of a radiator leak, haven't we?
Well, it's not from the radiator, it's from one of the pipes,
Mm.
kind of, which seems to be the radiator. We filled him up with water, so.
Yeah.
Oh, it's better.
Well, there you go. There was Sandbanks.
Sandbanks for you,
Yeah. So our next few videos will be us cruising. So hopefully you'll stick with us and enjoy those videos as well.
There'll be more van stuff coming.
There'll
later.
definitely be more van stuff coming, of course there will. Yeah. But we're going to enjoy a cruise, whether you like it or not. Right, okay, until next time, happy adventuring, bye bye. Thank you for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please give us a like, hitting that thumbs up button, and feel free to subscribe as well. Then you'll be able to see all our future videos going forward. Until next time, happy adventuring.